Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm G, this time with an update video on Dauntless. I'm talking about the Warpike. Now, recently this update brought many changes to the Warpike and to how wounds work. Now, wounds, once you hit the behemoth and it starts bleeding, not exactly bleeding, but he has a wound open, it will stay in that condition for 15 seconds, which means if you do more damage there, the damage will increase. That's it. You also, by each wound that you enter this Aether Rush, which gives you 50% bonus all across the board, in speed, movement speed, damage, and stamina for 20 seconds, which is good. I think it's good. The Warpike itself has more damage. It deals more damage than it did before. It increased the part damage by 100% and the wound damage by 130%. So, yeah, it got more power. Now, taking damage, the meter does not go down. That's a really good addition because, it's trying to build the meter and then you got to one-shot it and the meter went down and you have to do it again. You can now, your ammo has now 4 levels. It clearly states what 4 levels they are. But they do not match your meter one by one. I mean, the meter has like 6 bars and your ammo has like 3. So, it's not a one-to-one comparison or relatable subject. It just allows you to see better where your ammo is, or how your ammo is. Pike charges now boop behemoths, which I think is really cool. It's like having a little freight train. It's not the easiest thing to use unless the behemoths really position themselves, but it is a good feature. And speaking of new features, you got a new dodge. I do like the dodge, but some people say it's clunky to use or something, but I do like that it's different. Like with strikers, you have the special moves that you can pull up just with strikers. This is the same, and I really enjoy that. That said, Warpike still seems troublesome to use. It's still a clunky weapon. Comparing it to sword is a very simple weapon to use. You just press buttons and it does combos, and then you can use specials. This one you have to do kind of a variation on specials. You have to hit and then move, and then the distance doesn't seem always the same. Like I said, I think it should have more range actually, and it doesn't seem to do it. And you have to direct it especially towards the behemoth. I mean, it does only the strikes in the straight line. So if you have the behemoth, if he lands slightly different, or if you're doing the combo and it lands a little bit more to the left or to the right, you cannot hit the proper member or the proper behemoth as you want, because hitboxes and Dauntless are a fidgety thing. So yeah, it's still a very clunky weapon to use. It doesn't feel like it's comparable to a sword. It still feels that like it's below a sword. I mean, swords would be like the base, and then everything would be up from the sword. But Warpike just seems like it's barely making the same sense as a sword. I mean, it's not a good vibe. Another thing that I noticed is that previously the combo, if I did the entire combo, the first combo with the repetitive strikes, I could fill the meter instantly, and now it doesn't. Despite you having the wellspring, which does give you more crit, it only lasts like 10 seconds, and in the middle of all this clunkiness of using the weapon, it does not feel great. I mean, it feels better than before. It certainly feels better than the old Warpike, which I like to use. I was one of those that actually like to use Warpike because it was so different, but it doesn't feel as good to a player as a sword. That's all I'm saying. Still, I think there's room for improvement. It's better than it was before, and yeah, we'll see in the future. Also, I'm gonna talk a little bit about pillars. If you want to build those time fragments, here's my take on it, my suggestion on it. Now, if you're using the Warpike to go after the pillars, which I am doing in this footage, this is how I am doing it. I'm not saying this is the best method. I'm just saying that how you should do it. I'm just saying how I am doing it. I found out that the pillars give you +6, usually give you +50, but at a certain level they give you +60. I think it's after level 17 or 18, I'm not sure right now. So I went there, I found the behemoth with the pillars, I just break the green one. Sometimes I break the orange one to get wounds, but it's not really necessary. It depends on the weapon that you're using. You can break the green and the weapon, and one that relates to your weapon. If you're using, for instance, hammers, then you can break the stagger one. which is the blue one, the blue star. If you're carrying a break weapon like a sword, maybe you can break the yellow one. But I wouldn't advise breaking more than 2, especially if you're doing it solo, of course. And I just go after the behemoth, and that's it. I found out this is a much better method to get time fragments, because at the moment, like I said in my previous video, they are not stacking up for breaking pillars or for doing anything different. So you might as well just play to your advantages. You know, get the lifesteal, get your damage from your weapon back, and that's it. The behemoth will be a little bit stronger. It'll be 50% stronger, but with tonics and with a proper build, a good build, you can easily take it down and then, you know, cycle and repeat. So that's the video. That's my little tip. I hope you enjoyed it. If it helps you, please like and subscribe. And as always, have a great game, guys.